Hey everybody, welcome back. So today I want to talk about something that nobody's talking about it, and I want to bring everybody to attention to a new technology that's been around for maybe 5 to 4 years, that really been around, and it's a technology that's used to make something like this. Okay, this is a bottle opener, can opener, whatever, and guessed it, look at that geometry. This was made using additive manufacturing. So I used to work in a additive manufacturing company, and I work for an additive manufacturing company right now that's actually doing a lot of parts for, you guessed it, rockets. And so I wanted to talk about this and why I think things are going to be very good for the rocket industry in the future, especially because there is a lot of heat going into the actual rocket industry. More rockets are being launched into space, more and more with more frequency, and I think nobody's paying attention to it, and the reason is because the majority of these companies are private, the ones that are really pushing the envelope. Now, the companies that are public, like Aerojet Rocketdyne, that I don't know if you know, but in December, Lockheed Martin said that they were going to actually buy this company, and actually they're buying it for a bunch of $1 billion that they invested. As you know, Apollo 11 used rockets that were made by Aerojet Rocketdyne. So here's gonna be the video, okay? I'm trying to find companies where I can put my money in, and when I see that Elon Musk is pretty much sending rockets every week or every 2 weeks to space with satellites, and to the International Space Station with people, and they're actually beating the cost of actually doing this, that grabs my attention. It interests me, because this shows to be something that 10 years ago was unheard. Nobody was doing this before, and nobody even paid attention to this when he was developing all these things. Now, what I want to tell you here, and you do your own research, you do whatever, right? But I'm here to tell you that there is more and more companies that are actually trying to compete with Lockheed Martin, with Northrop Grumman, with Aerojet Rocketdyne, and obviously SpaceX. And those companies are also ones that I've been looking at a lot. It's Blue Origin. I mean, like, you guys have heard about this company and what they're doing. Now pay attention to this. SpaceX and Blue Origin are the only companies that can actually do propulsion landing right now. And guessed it, I mean, Blue Origin hired a bunch of SpaceX engineers. Probably. I bet you $100 that's what happened. So, for them to actually do things like this, where you actually have like, they got rockets that pretty much, come in and out, and they can land, and they can successfully do this. I mean, to me, this is like pushing the limit, and you could do a lot with this technology. So another company that's been getting my attention, it's ABL Systems. ABL is a company, it's a startup company in California that's actually doing the same thing that SpaceX is doing. Okay, there's another company called, and they announced that they're going to be launching a rocket that's actually going to compete with Elon SpaceX Falcon rocket. So this is the Terran, and in less than 60 days, it's designed and built in the US, and it's actually, and here's the funny thing, that you can fit a Mini Cooper on it. It's like 100, it's 1 ton, 1.2 tons that you can actually carry. The nominal payload, it's 1 ton pretty much. But look at this. I just want to show you the cost because I believe it's something like $12 million. Look at that. So $12 million for that payload. Now look at ABL Systems. Like, they do the same thing. This is exactly the same thing. $12 million per launch. They're recalling the same thing. So it's 1.3. This actually they can carry a little bit more than Relativity. Relativity can carry 1.2. So 100 kilograms, that's a lot. What I want you to see here is all these companies that I'm mentioning. Relativity Space, Blue Origin, ABL Space Systems, SpaceX. All of those are private. Then you get Lockheed Martin. You get Northrop Grumman and Aerojet Rocketdyne that Lockheed Martin bought. So what is this telling you, folks? What I'm telling you here is that the next big, I would say, bubble is going to be this. It's going to be space. Okay, so if you're not already buying the big companies, then start doing so. Because I'm pretty sure that very soon, in the next year or two, a lot of these companies that are private right now, they're probably going to either be bought by the big ones, or they're probably going to go public through SPACs or actually regular IPOs. They're just going to go through IPO. My thing is, start investing right now, because I believe that this is going to be the future. It's going to change the industry as we see it. And I'm pretty sure that either SpaceX, they're already doing it. And then the rest of the companies, ABL Space, Blue Origin, and Relativity Space, they're actually following what SpaceX is doing. So the competition's up. Additive manufacturing is enabling what you see on the screen. They're actually printing engines right now, and Relativity is actually printing the core of their rocket boosters. They're actually printing the whole core. They're actually making that fast. That's what they say. In 60 days, they can actually do it. The raw material to flight, they make it in 60 days. So they make everything pretty much. And this is going to be the future. I think this is what's going to actually push the next generation of technology, along with electric vehicles. I think things are going to look very different in 10 years. I hope that we are alive and health permits it, and not another, third or fourth generation of COVID comes up and, wipes everything out. But I'm pretty sure that we're going to be seeing a very different world. It's going to change a lot, and technology is actually pushing this. So folks, just wanted to bring your attention that the space industry is actually getting hot and hotter and hotter every day. And what I'm just recommending here for you is to do some research, analyze, and actually take a look at these companies that nobody's talking about them. See you later.